hit his turquoise little medallion right in the center of his chest.
Of
And
course.
it gets him. Once you hit the turquoise, there goes all of his power.
That's right.
You know,
no.
it all lies in turquoise.
It's true.
And
That's why people sell it, right?
yeah, it's magical power.
So if you're gonna, get shot in the head and left for dead in the Mojave Desert, make sure you got a little turquoise on you.
make sure you got a turquoise. belt
Turquoise, friend of the show.
on. Turquoise and big fluffy scarves.
Turquoise is new marketing.
And that's whenever he's still fucked up. Like, I mean, he's still winged twice, gets
Yeah.
shot in the leg and everything.
He sells it. He sells it.
He sells it because he's using the gun as a crutch.
Yeah.
But then he somehow picks up Gramps on his shoulder
Well,
He
on
does.
the same bad shot leg and everything.
Well, this has been a growth movie for him, so
Yeah.
he is now the strongest he's ever been.
And the skull probably helped him out
That's
there.
probably
You know what I
true as
mean?
well.
Gave
Kinda
him
gave him
skull
more power.
powers. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a mystical skull powers. They're mystical skull powers.
I got
They're
all
so
the
Need
great.
a
powers of the
strength
skull guy.
skull.
So the house is on fire, and he ends up walking out
Yeah.
through the Old West to go back with Charlie and the Virgin.
Yeah, where they were left. So he goes back through like a portal.
Yeah, he goes,
Yeah.
well, it's a different room, too, altogether.
The rules are flexible.
Yeah.
He's got the skull now in his possession, so he can do whatever he wants.
Right,
yeah, he
right.
could choose whatever room he's going to go
Yeah,
out.
sure,
you know?
sure.
So the room is at the end of the hall instead of to the left of the hallway by the other bedroom. And it's just a big white light glowing, and he walks through it. So, the house is destroyed. He's back in Old West times, in the actual Old West times, too, right? Hand quotes, Old West,
Yeah,
in hand quotes.
That must be at least 50 years ago.
Well, nothing signifies this when we see the end here, other than they could be outside of town anywhere in their outfits.
Yeah,
Right.
where were they? Were they still in California? Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just Old West times.
And Charlie's sitting in the covered wagon. The Virgin's there, which obviously Jesse and the Virgin are no longer virgins. You know,
Oh, yeah.
the cat or dog's there. The fucking the weird fucking bird. Charlie's all healed. Everybody's cool, right?
Boing.
And he puts the skull. He actually ends the family curse by putting the skull on Gramps' grave, leaving it for somebody else. And they ride off into the fucking
Jumanji.
sunset. Yeah.
This
So
is your problem.
And so once again, problem solved by not putting the skull on the stupid fucking shrine in the first
Yep.
place.
Well,
Leaving
how
it
would
out
they
in the
get
middle of
back
nowhere.
anyway?
Well, they're not getting back. That's their life now.
Yeah.
They're on.
Yeah.
Just like the Eagles should have taken the ring to freaking Mordor in the very first place. Problem solved, no movie.
Exactly,
Fuck
done.
that,
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
But
Throw the little hobbits into the fucking volcano.
So this is what I foresee though. Everything's good and fine right now. Did you see the size of the adult bird from the beginning of this?
Yeah.
Yes.
So hearing
Yeah.
about, I don't know how, whatever the
20
growth spirit,
20 minutes?
growth spirit, the growth,
Span.
span of
Of-
whatever that is.
A full-size
Um,
pterodactyl.
They're going to be in the Old West with a
That's
giant
it.
pterodactyl.
Yeah.
The European
Yeah.
swallow.
And
Yeah.
who knows what that puppy pillar thing's going to turn into? Because we all know that the caterpillar turns into something.
They're introducing two new species into the ecosystem.
Exactly.
It's gonna
And
fuck shit up
during
right?
the Old West.
Yeah, right. So it's got enough time to eat fucking.
I now want to
everybody.
make a sequel of this movie.
There you go.
Let's
you go.
do
Yeah.
it.
Well, it's somebody else seeking out the fucking power of the skull.
No,
and-
I don't want that at all. I just want to continue their story.
Yeah,
It would almost be as good as Back to the Future 3.
almost. You know,
It could be like Return of the Puppy Pillar.
but it's a big giant dog.
That would be the not the title, but the
Subtitle.
Subtitle.
So it'd be like Jesse and Charlie from House
2.
2.
Second story. But they're riding the fucking puppy pillar, and it's as big as one of the sandworms from Dune.
Out there in the desert.
They got a pulse, and the fucking thing comes out. And they
Except
whip
the
some fucking
girl.
shit
The
on it.
girl's actually riding the pterodactyl thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that's
Yeah.
and they're like fighting crime throughout the Old West.
Yeah, they're riding, and there's like bandits underneath them, you know?
Yeah.
Mad Max pulls up on the other
Yeah.
side.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a war rig that comes up in fucking the middle of nowhere. It's
Go
shiny and
on.
chrome.
Look at
Anyway,
me.
we digress.
Goodness me!
Okay, we digress a lot. Sorry.
Well,
Anyways,
overall, you could go a lot of ways with a sequel for this movie, which would be awesome.
But there is a House 3, but it's not.
No,
not related.
it's a
to
third
this.
story.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's the third one.
I do want to mention though the title sequence was pretty cool in the beginning, where you get like shots of the skull.
Yeah.
Since we're at the end credits now, like you get all those cool shots of the skull, and it's a neat little toy.
Overall, the
Skull prop.
That's an iconic kind of a prop from back then.
Sure.
That's something that everybody has seen that skull before in other movies too.
Oh, absolutely.
They haven't just used it in this one, but this one was a central character in it.
Right.
The skull was. Overall, I love this movie. I really do, just for how horrible and weird and just different it is. It's just one of those movies that it's a kid movie. If you're 13 years old and you're watching this movie, you're gonna love it.
Like we said, and this one is actually PG-13.
Yeah, instead of R.
Instead of R. Though my preference is probably still the original House if I was going to pick one of the two. I do like this movie a lot. I do have a lot of memories of this movie, which is pretty fun.
Yeah. Mine is. I'll always like this one.
Yeah,
I will. This one is like in that field of like weird movies from those 3-4 years.
Wait.
When it's
absolutely.
8, 9, 10 years old. Whenever they were coming out.
Are you saying it's like a drop culture, Droppin Deuce?
Yeah, it is.
it's a deuce that's just got dropped.
Yeah, it dropped a long time ago, and it's still lingering. You know what I mean?
Still stinking up the joint.
It's the second flush.
Oh yeah,
It
House
took
2.
two.
Yeah,
It took
nice.
2.
it's not going down either. It's
No.
one of those monster ones that you're just like, oh my god, I have to leave or I have to sell my house because
One of the two.
this shit ain't going down. Fucking something's got to happen. You got to find a
Gotta
plunger.
pee it in,
Sell
pee it
the
in
house.
half.
You got to water jet it.
Just wait a little bit and then come back and pee it in half.
You got to wet jet it.
Oh my god.
That's gross.
No
That's so
toi-
funny though.
Deuce.
There's really not ever been any toilet humor on this show.
No. This
Anyways.
I love this
digress.
movie, Mitch. You
a good
got to watch
movie.
it. I know you haven't watched it yet, but if you get a chance, watch this one.
I gotta see it.
Watch it for free on Tubi.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. I mean, it's
Dude,
fun.
Once again, not sponsored,
Not
but we would
sponsored,
be
but-
very open to the idea.
Yeah,
Friend of the show,
Friend of the show. Friend of
Actually,
the
they
show.
really won't because we're already doing it.
But we'll then okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
think
free,
about it.
Free.
They're like, why
But-
would we pay them
They're-
for
yeah,
something
they're
they're
good
already
free.
doing?
Yeah,
Free
I would
t-shirt would be
rather I
cool.
would rather the listeners of our show to know that they have that option.
Yes.
Actually, Tubi is awesome.
And there's a lot of good stuff on there, and there's a lot of
And
these
it's-
weird movies like this. A lot of these deuces that we've been dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's we don't know what direction that Tubi app will go, but for right now it's pretty cool.
It'll go to pay here pretty soon.
I'm sure.
Somebody will
I hope
sell
not.
something on it. Yeah, I hope not. But yeah, I mean, this movie's on there. You really can't find this one. I think I found this one on DVD maybe 10 years ago, 11, 12 years ago, because you could still rent from Netflix DVDs, and
yeah.
that was one that
You
I
can
was like,
still
oh,
do
I
that,
got to do it.
actually.
Yeah, but it's through a different company now, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I have no idea. I don't
Yeah.
think so. I know that Netflix,
I don't know if
it's
they.
still Netflix.
Yeah, I don't know
Whenever
if they
that
still
happened-
do.
No,
that
they
now.
do. They
Okay.
do.
Whenever they were doing it, when it was really prominent before the actual streaming part of it was really big, God, I was renting cool movies
Oh,
all
absolutely.
the time.
Do you know
movies
what?
that I hadn't seen in forever.
Do you know what the first Netflix produced original was?
was it? The Ridiculous Six.
No.
No. A long time ago. I believe it was at least one of the first ones was the Zach Galifianakis live at the Purple Onion.
Really?
Okay.
I believe that was the first one.
Huh.
You're probably right. I will trust your
Yeah, I don't know.
knowledge.
But anyway, Netflix. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
No, yeah, you can
I know
barely find this
Blockbuster could
movie.
have bought them for like nothing.
I used to work there when they had that option.
We'll make our own.
Yeah, not happening.
Pew, pew, pew.
But
But
what
House 2 is not on Netflix, so
No, you can't find it anywhere.
No, it's not. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah. So what's our next drop and deuce? What are we gonna do, guys?
well, I was trying to think if we wanted to sneak in another one, or are we just going to go right to the?
I don't know. Sometimes deuces do sneak in, kind of on the
Well,
on
every
the
now
reel.
and again.
Yeah, you sometimes you don't see these deuces coming. Like this one, I think weren't we talking about doing the Destroyer?
Conan the Destroyer.
That's a
could do
part
that.
2, but it's not necessarily a real part 2. It's just a continuation. But that's what a part 2
that's
is.
what a part 2 is.
It's kind of like maybe it's a bubble gut and a hot snake.
Bubble gut.
The hot snake.
So yeah, I think that'll be that. We'll make that our next deuce that we do. We'll do Conan the Destroyer,
bonus deuce.
and then we'll end it all with
Deuce.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze.
Yes.
So if you haven't watched this movie,
Spoiler alert.
look it up. There's a lot of deuces. There's no
You never
surprises.
know. There could be another deuce that pops out. You never know.
I mean, there are 4 of us, so
Yeah.
That's a lot of deuces.
Maybe we'll all pick a deuce.
we could all take a deuce and then figure out whose it is.
And at the end, we have to rate how many flushes it took for that movie.
This is a 4-flusher right
Ooh, fourth parter.
here. This
Fourth
House 2 is a 4-flush and deuce.
Yeah, I will give that. Yeah, I agree.
We'll give that one 4 flushes. That's our rating scale now. on
But,
the deuce.
but we enjoy it.
Yeah, but I love this movie.
Yeah.
I always will. It'll be one of those that I'll have, and hopefully grandkids will be like, "What is this movie?" I'm like, "Wait a minute, we're gonna watch this one, and then we're gonna listen to the podcast about it, guys."
You're like, not again, Gramps.
Yeah,
And they'll be like, "Oh,
you are Gramps now.
Grandpa, you gave me a toy of this when I was a child," and they'll have their stustuffed
Yeah,
puppy pillar, or
cat or
whatever,
dog.
cat or dog.
So that's what that altar is over there.
Yeah.
So I guess now we're gonna end it, guys. So
Sounds good.
let's call it a day. From the Drop Culture Podcast Studios, I'm Brock.
I'm Tyson.
I'm Tina.
That's not your name.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Mitchell. Yeah. Stage names. Forgot.
And I'm Dan.
Well, if we're going by stage names, then I'm going to be Mike Concho.
All right, see you guys later.
Night.
Milk toast.
Oh my God. I have to leave or I have to sell my house because
One of the two.
this shit ain't going down.